Following the Hela Provincial Assembly meeting in Tari on Tuesday, member for Koroba Lake Kopiago Philip Undialu convened a media conference where he announced his appointment as the acting governor-elect for Hela Province. Conflicting media reports have emerged of the activities that transpired in Tari yesterday to elect a new governor. However, Undialu maintained he is the duly elected governor by the Provincial Assembly.
According to Undialu, Assembly convened on time at 10 o'clock as scheduled last week. However, when the Sergeant of Arms took the roll, 5 members of the Assembly who had aligned themselves with the rival Francis Potape were absent, prompting the provincial clerk to adjourn the Assembly. When Assembly reconvened, the 5 members were still absent. This prompted the clerk to invoke Standing Order number 12 of the Assembly, where he chaired the meeting in the absence of the Deputy Governor, who is supposed to act as the chairman of the Assembly in the absence of the Governor. In this instance, the Governor is passed on. Undialu said the first order of the day then was the swearing in of the LLG President of Ulia LLG, Luke Panguma, who was declared by the courts as the President of this LLG. After that was the election of the Governor to fill the vacancy left behind by the pioneer Governor Anderson Agiru. When the Assembly proceeded with the election, Undialu scored 7 points against 0, as the other faction was not present.
I regret so much time has been wasted, and we can't afford to lose any more time for Hela. So let me appeal to our colleague members of the Assembly. With me, we have 7 members of Assembly, including myself and Minister Marabe.
It is alleged that this faction boycotted the meeting when some members of their group were not allowed to be part of the Assembly, as the Department of Intergovernment Relations did not recognize them as legitimate members of the Assembly. These members include the President of Mount Bosavi LLG, which is in the Nipa Kutubu electorate of Southern Islands Province, and the former President of Ulia LLG. Meantime, Undialu is adamant that he is the duly elected governor and he's been backed by the Finance Minister and colleague Member of Parliament, James Marape.
In the face of a court decision that transpired that affirmed that what Francis Marape did all along was wrong, period. It's not my ruling. Court has ruled that what he did was wrong all along.
It is understood that the Department of Intergovernment Relations also wrote 2 letters to the Assembly on the 4th of July and indicated the number of legitimate members of the Assembly, also making mention of the swearing in of the court-appointed President of Ulia LLG, and another letter outlining names of 3 other members of the Assembly who should not participate in the meeting yesterday. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.